What's up, Internet? It's Dylan Alexander, and I wanted to talk about how food and sex are drugs, man. And in the same way drugs are dangerous if you take too many of them and they control your life, is the same way food and sex can do the same thing and lead you towards destruction, man. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, most of you're an adult, you can't just eat anything. Maybe you're a teenager, you think you can eat anything you want, no problem. Your body will handle that, digest it, no worries. You're a guy in your early 20s, 30s. You're out here in the bachelor field, running through women like it's a sport. Getting them notches under your belt. You think you're accomplishing something, man. I've been there. Trust me, man. You're doing nothing, man. I mean, look, I will say having some experience is good, but at some point you should know right and wrong, between right and wrong, right? Now, before I get into it, man, I want to say I'm not no high and mighty person, no sinner-free guy. I did plenty of sinning. I'm just here reflecting and giving game to help you achieve your goals faster and avoiding the speed bumps that come with a bad diet and an out of control sex life. All right. Because both of these things, man, they tie together because they're actually some of the hardest addictions that most people have a hard time with. Food and sex, right? A lot of us, man, it's like, it's one of those things, you can get away with it. You can eat whatever you want behind closed doors. It's like your sneaky little thing that you think you're getting away with. But really, I mean, you're not getting away with nothing in this life, man. That's something I'm also learning too. We can talk about later, but especially as you get older, man, you got to pay for that. You got to pay for everything you eat. You got to pay for the women that you're dealing with. There's a consequence for all this stuff, man, and it adds up. And I'm just here to say, man, instead of like getting all that extra negative energy on you in the form of the food and the sex, just cut back on it, man. Take some time to step away from those things. Right? And just try it out, man. Try to observe how your life is. Try to observe how you feel when you cut back on certain foods and certain women that you're maybe dealing with, or the type of women that you typically go for. Just try it out, man. I like to think of my life as a science experiment, where I'm just trying things out. I'm figuring out how, things work, even though I figured out a lot so far. But man, this life is never ceasing to stop teaching me something. All right. There's always something to learn, man. And that's why I used to like school. Man, I don't know about y'all. I used to love school back in the day, especially early school. You know what I'm saying? You getting ready to really learn something. It's exciting, man. Learning some new stuff that you can take with you later down the road. I'm not going to hear to say, we learned good stuff in school, but I'm saying, that enthusiasm of like, hey, I'm about to learn something. Like, oh, shoot, what are these adults talking about? Hey, we're going to get to that level one day. You know what I'm saying? It's that looking forward to-ness, right? But anyways, I'm saying I like to learn because, man, it's a never-ending process in life, man. You always got to be a student of the game of life because there's always new stuff to learn. It's like Grand Theft Auto for the gamers out there. It's like your character has always got a mission. He's always got a level to unlock, right? So what I'm saying is, with dominating your vices of food and sex, right? You're going to be able to unlock those levels of your life faster wherever you're at in life. It doesn't matter what level you're at. All that matters is if you can control those vices, and even more than sex and food is, drugs, alcohol, weed, gambling, whatever terrible thing you know that you need to cut it out. If you just take the time to just challenge yourself to cut those things out, or minimize the bad stuff, clean up your life, and man, you're gonna get so much further ahead, right? It makes life easier to operate. You can see things more clearly. You save yourself money, you save yourself health problems and everything, stress. And this is something that's helped me, man. I've seen it happen. Even recently, man, I've been cleaning up my diet. I've been taking a break on having a whole roster of women and all that stuff, man. I've been really just locked in, focused on my mission, man, of what I'm here for, what I'm looking to accomplish, because that's the most important thing for me right now, especially as a man. I think that's what should be the focus for you. Not everybody has a mission that they know they want to do, but if you don't know it, that should be your mission. Figure out what your mission is. Figure that out, man, because that's beyond important compared to any other trivial thing that's going on in life. So, I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling. Just looking out. This is just a young OG trying to give some game, man, help you guys out. Because, like I said, these two things, food and sex, I mentioned them specifically because they're one of the probably the top two hardest things to control as far as addictions and being tempted by, right? If you guys can think of something stronger, let me know in the comments, but those are the top two that come to mind as far as dominating. If you can control those two, man, the rest of your life should be quite a bit easier. Working out should be a breeze because you're eating better. Your mind is sharper. Your body is on 10. Everything's on go. You cut back on the sex, just dealing with low women. It's refreshing. When I'm not dealing with a woman that I feel like is just draining me and adds really no benefit to my life, when I cut those kind of women out, it's like the sun shines brighter. It's like, man, the clouds all open up and birds chirp a little louder. It's nice, right? And I want that for you guys, man. I want you to experience the same thing, man. It's like, sheesh, man, this life has already got a bunch of roadblocks and speed bumps and curves and detours. Why make it harder on yourself, man? That's just logical thinking out loud. We just, thinking it through. But yeah, I recommend that, man. That will take you to the next level if you haven't conquered that already. If it's too overwhelming, pick one. Whatever is in control of your life right now more. Whichever one is more dominant in your life, whether it be food, the sex, the drugs, whatever your vice is, gambling, whatever that is, take that first one that's the biggest problem and take it head on, man. Go attack it. Take the dragon by the head, slay that mofo with your sword. And trust me, it might seem like it's a big task, but it really ain't. It's baby steps, Just remember, if somebody else can do it, you can do it. Right? If any doubts come up, because usually doubts will start coming in. That's what I like to think of as the devil. He's coming in trying to get you to ease up off of him. Because right now you're trying to slay the devil and he's trying to talk you, and he's trying to whisper in your ear, nah, don't do that. Nah, you don't want that. Nah, don't do that. Nah, start tomorrow. Nah, do it later. Don't do it now. Nah, man, chill, man. It's that voice that talks you out of things. There's a book that I remember, man, The War of Art. I think it's Stephen Pressfield or something. And it's just talking about this thing he calls resistance, right? It's the same thing. I refer to the resistance, the devil. It's the opposition, the ops. They're trying to prevent you from being better. So the devil can work in your head, man. The devil's in our minds. And he can whisper and have you feeling like your thoughts, those were your thoughts. No, that's from the outside source. The enemy is planting thoughts in your mind from the ether. And you got to cut it out. And you got to know, hey, that's not me. That's not true. The truth shall make you free, man. Remember the truth. And you ain't got to worry about these lies from the devil, man. Remember the truth shall make you free, and keep your eyes on it. And keep your eyes on the prize, man. And next thing you know, you'll be out here prospering. Moving through this matrix like Neo, you hear? So that's really it, man. I didn't want to ramble too much. Just had to drop that on y'all because I know it'll help somebody. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man, of any other vices and stuff that I missed. But like I said, those are the top two that I think. And I hope you go out here and dominate them and dominate life, man. All right. I'll holler at y'all on the next one, man.